Hey guys, my name is Christina Fana and I will be providing you with a public service announcement about STI and infertility for my Health for 12 class. So, let's get started. So, the first question is, what is an STI? An STI is a sexually transmitted infection. These can include chlamydia, gonorrhea, genital herpes, AIDS, and HIV. So any sexually transmitted infection can be spread through intercourse, but some sexually transmitted infections can be spread through oral sex and foreplay. But ejaculation does not have to occur for this to happen. So this is gonorrhea. This is the penile discharge of it. If you guys can't see, it's pretty gross. So what gonorrhea is a very easily transmissible STI. It can affect both men and women and may cause infertility. The most common symptoms that we see in gonorrhea are burning urination in men and vaginal discharge or penile discharge too. Gonorrhea can be transmitted through saliva or through intercourse with organs that are already affected by gonorrhea. And this is the silent infection, chlamydia. You can see there's also discharge in chlamydia too. So, chlamydia is the silent infection. It can be contracted through anal sex, vaginal sex, or oral sex. But, like gonorrhea, the man does not have to ejaculate in order for you guys to contract chlamydia. Like I said before, chlamydia is a silent infection. This is why, when chlamydia is contracted, there are no signs or symptoms in the first couple of weeks. But after that, symptoms such as vaginal discharge or burning sensation during urination is there. So, for the first 2 weeks, no symptoms are shown. But for the next couple of weeks, vaginal discharge and burning sensation through urination is shown. So how do you prevent from getting chlamydia and gonorrhea? Well, the only true way to prevent gonorrhea and chlamydia is to abstain from sexual intercourse. Even though you might use a condom, there is not a 100% chance that you might contract gonorrhea or chlamydia. But if you or a person you know that has contracted gonorrhea or chlamydia, there is always a way to cure it. Every person that has gonorrhea or chlamydia can cure this by taking all medications that are prescribed to them by their doctor. Each person's medication can and should be only up to their use. The medications cannot be shared. As you can see, chlamydia and gonorrhea are very similar STIs. Both affect women and show no symptoms for women. But in chlamydia and gonorrhea, bacteria forms in the cervix, which causes infertility in women. So what is infertility? For women, infertility is the inability to conceive, and for men, it's the inability to impregnate. So essentially, because of people whom do not use protection or are not very careful while they're having intercourse, this leads to infertility. It also leads to STIs, like gonorrhea, like chlamydia, like HIV, like STDs. When persons do contract STD, AIDS, or any STIs, they become infertile because their reproductive organs are affected by these bacteriums that cause them not to be fertile or not to be able to conceive or impregnate. Okay, so nationally there's an estimated 2.8 million cases of chlamydia and 718,000 cases of gonorrhea occur annually in the United States. That's every year. Here is the truth. The most scariest fact out there is that women that are contracted by gonorrhea or chlamydia show no symptoms. Therefore, infertility is not known until you get tested for chlamydia or gonorrhea. In 2011, there was a study shown in Louisiana that 23,390 women were affected by chlamydia, and 7,568 cases of chlamydia were male. That means there's more than 3 times as much women that are affected by chlamydia in Louisiana than there are in men. As for gonorrhea, in 2011, there was 5,263 cases of gonorrhea that were women, and 3,739 cases that were men. It's not as bad as chlamydia, but there is still a significant number of women that are more affected by chlamydia and gonorrhea than there are in men. So what does this mean? That means that in the year of 2011, there were over 30,000 people that are affected by gonorrhea and chlamydia in Louisiana alone. This also means that those 30,000 people may be infertile. So my final message to everyone is that STIs and STDs are real. Infertility is real. It affects more people than you think each year in our nation and also in our state. Be safe, be careful, get tested.